What if the word cheese is more than just a name for food? What if it carries whispers of ancient farmers, Roman traders, and a time when one spoiled drop of milk dictated survival long before cheese melted on pizza or rested within a cheeseburger? It belonged to an age steeped in story. A tale of milk that turned sour too quickly, of hands once calloused, seeking to preserve food from the cruel passage of time. Welcome to a journey where a simple word reveals a tap. In the beginning, cheese was much more than a snack. It stood as evidence of humanity's enduring spirit as problem solvers. A kitchen table, once humble, held memories of ancient farms, Roman roads, and the migration of people across continents. Most hear the word cheese and merely think of taste. But through the lens of history, that simple word poses deeper questions. Why this word? Why has it endured? Why did cultures across time need a name for this transformed piece of milk? The answer lies not in a singular dictionary, but in the intertwined realms of language, hunger, invention, trade, and the relentless march of time. Sometimes, the smallest words carry the heaviest histories. Once this story unfolds, that innocent bite of cheese may never feel simple again. Yet, before cheese graced our tables, its name embarked on a journey. The English word cheese didn't emerge suddenly in a kitchen or recipe book. It traveled through time, carried by voices, shaped by mouths, softened by centuries, and altered by the same forces that shape nations: movement, trade, and daily life. Some English words seem like old travelers, arriving quietly, others carrying the marks of conquest. The word cheese belongs to that lineage. Its roots stretch back to the Latin word caseus, which directly meant cheese. This ancient root still echoed. A modern learner may encounter casein on a nutrition label, blissfully unaware that this scientific term is tied to one of humanity's oldest foods. From Latin, the sound morphed into Old English as seas, a word that would have sounded far different from the American pronunciation of cheese today. Over time, Old English evolved. Spelling shifted, pronunciation softened. Middle English introduced new forms until at last, but the journey of cheese did not belong solely to the English language. In Spanish, it is queso. In German, Käse. In French, fromage. In Italian, formaggio. Some terms remain close to their Latin root, others diverged into different paths. This divergence embodies the beauty of language. It does not move in linear fashion. It bends around culture, geography. From this vantage point, the word transforms from mere vocabulary into proof that food travels with people, and people carry language wherever they roam. A name can cross borders long after the hands that first uttered it have vanished. Thus, cheese is not merely a sound. It is yet a word survives only when its essence matters deeply to humanity. To understand why people needed a name for cheese, we must momentarily step away from language and immerse ourselves in a world where food was never assured. Picture an ancient morning, long before cities overflowed with streets, laws, and bustling markets. The air is crisp, the ground uneven. A small farming community stirs beside animals that have become integral to human life. Goats, sheep, and cattle. These animals are not mere background details. They represent turning points, providing milk, warmth, labor, and a new means of survival. Milk was precious, a lifeline filled with nourishment, yet it possessed a cruel flaw. It did not last. Without refrigeration, milk could spoil in mere hours. For modern beings, spoiled milk may be an annoyance, but for ancient families, it signified this relentless pressure molded human civilization. Not through battle or crowns, but through a simple dilemma: how to prevent nourishment from vanishing. Amid this struggle, humans observed something remarkable. Milk could sour, curdle, and separate into liquid and solid. What initially appeared as failure transformed into discovery. Those solid curds could be pressed. This was the dawn of cheese as more than mere sustenance. It became ancient technology. Before it was a flavor, it was a preservation method. It enabled people to turn fragile milk into something resilient. The ephemeral became enduring. A farmer with excess milk no longer had to waste it. A family could endure harsh seasons, and a village could trade. In this way, cheese entered the realm of early economic life, converting fleeting products into stored value. This hidden marvel of the story reveals cheese was born from human observation. Someone witnessed nature transforming milk and learned to navigate that change. Someone saw waste and unearthed potential. With the discovery of milk preservation, cheese transcended survival, weaving into the fabric of society. When simple food becomes indispensable, it evolves beyond simplicity. A storable item can be quantified. A portable item can be traded. And once something can be traded, it can also be taxed, safeguarded, coveted, and sometimes controlled. This is how cheese transitioned from the quiet world of farms into the greater narrative. In ancient Rome, cheese was already woven into the daily tapestry of life, gracing meals, markets, and written records. Rome Roman writers chronicled the cheese-making process, detailing the types of milk employed and how different regions crafted unique varieties. This documentation is significant. It demonstrates that cheese wasn't just consumed wherever value arises. Society organizes around it. A wheel of cheese may seem unremarkable, yet it encompasses an entire system. The animal produces the milk. The land nourishes that animal. A person tends the herd. Salt preserves the curd. Roads transport the product. Markets facilitate sales. Authorities may levy taxes on these exchanges. This is not a critique of any particular place or people. Rather, it is the enduring pattern of human society. Useful items often reveal community organization. They reflect what people esteem, protect, exchange, and remember. Food has always fulfilled this role. Grain filled granaries, salt safeguarded life, spices traversed oceans, and cheese also became culture. A specific taste could symbolize a region. A method could belong to a family, transforming local food into pride, memory, and identity. What began as a means of preservation blossomed into tradition. Language evolved alongside it. In English, a big cheese playfully denotes someone of significance, a person of influence. Meanwhile, cheesy has evolved into a description. The essence of cheese transcended the plate, entering the realm of imagination. This is the most captivating aspect of this humble word. Cheese originated as a means to save milk, but evolved into a symbol of labor, trade, status, humor, and belonging. Through centuries of exchange, language, and meaning, now it resides beneath bright supermarket lights, melting across pizzas, hiding in sandwiches, and appearing on pasta, crackers, burgers, breakfast plates, and holiday feasts. A child may savor its taste long before understanding the vast journey of the word itself, traveling through languages, farms, markets, and this is the quiet beauty of everyday history. The modern world often reimagines the old as new plastic wrapping, factory labels, global shipping, and pristine grocery aisles can make food feel distant from its origins. Yet cheese retains the fundamental idea it always carried: milk transformed into something enduring. This transformation, it survived because people continued to use it. They spoke it in kitchens, markets, family meals, recipes, jokes, trade, and memory. Each time the word passed from one mouth to another, it carried a little more history forward. For English learners, this is the deeper lesson. Vocabulary is not merely a list of sounds to repeat. It is a small door. Behind a single word lies a tapestry woven from agriculture, economics, migration, culture, humor, and human creativity. Stories breathe life into language, making it easier to remember. Definitions fade, but stories endure. A scene lingers. A feeling resonates. So, when cheese appears on a menu or in conversation, it transforms. No longer just a word, it whispers of ancient farmers coaxing milk into sustenance. It echoes merchants traversing dusty roads, carrying food that nourished entire communities. Languages evolve slowly. The narrative returns to the first bite. But now, that bite holds the weight of history. The tale of cheese transcends mere dairy. It is a testament to how ordinary things embody the memory of human struggle. A simple word can connect us to ancient hands, those who observed patiently, who changed languages, who gathered around family tables, sharing stories. Trade routes stretched across continents, forged by the quiet intelligence of those who transformed fragile ingredients. This deeper lesson unfolds within the story. Life often presents us with the ephemeral things that feel uncertain or easily lost. Yet, with attention, patience, and imagination, even the most delicate can become something of value. For today's listeners, the message is simple yet profound. Do not overlook the small. A word, a habit, a skill, or a few minutes of practice each day may seem insignificant at first, but over time, these small things block. Learning English mirrors this journey. One word today evolves into a sentence tomorrow. One story today deepens understanding for the future. In the hustle of daily life, slow down. Look closer. Ask better questions. Let the ordinary impart extraordinary lessons. What everyday object should English Mindwave explore next? Rice, salt, bread, tea, or noodles? Share your ideas and learn from one another's perspectives. And if this journey resonated with you, support us.